Hello everybody and welcome to My Imagine Comics Entertainment. In today's video, I'm going to be drawing famous cartoon characters from my imagination. I'm going to be using this black pencil to draw them. And of course I have my own sketchbook. This is a very big one, by the way. We can actually take the paper out. So let's begin with our first character to draw in this video. The first character that we're going to actually draw is Snoopy. Now, if you know Snoopy, is basically a dog that he's in a comic strip called Peanuts with Charlie Brown and the gang. So the first things you need to actually know when drawing the Snoopy is that he's made up of I'm gonna actually draw right here because to actually save him some space. And yeah, we're gonna be drawing this. This is his head. Now, of course, the head isn't complete. And, you know, I'm not really that good at visualizing how Snoopy looks. So this might not actually look that good, but, you know. And this is black. We've got his two pupil eyes. It's like this. And his nose, his mouth. And when you come down here, it's like this. So basically like this. He has two very big feet, like this. I'm not sure if I'm doing it correctly, but yeah. And he has a pretty tail like this. He has a hand like this. Again, I'm not really that good with hands, so might not look up to standard, if that makes any sense. Now, the thing about Snoopy is that he does have some dark spots. Like, right here would be where I would probably put the dark spot. And I'm just going to actually, you know, darken up some places. Like his ears, that's a very dark spot. I don't know, this just looks like the dog from Family Guy. You know what I'm talking about. That's true. I think that legs might be a little bit too big. So I'm gonna shorten the legs and make this. And a little bit of this. And yeah, this is Snoopy. Let me just write it down. And I'm going to compare this to an actual image of Snoopy, and let's see if we actually got that right, that Snoopy looks like this. Alright, so I got a picture of Snoopy off the internet. Comparing this to the actual image, I can see that there are some things that are wrong in this image. Like, for example, I might have overestimated how the legs look, or the fact that it kind of resembles something else. And this is a very good way to actually, you know, when you're creating your characters, to actually compare the actual image with this. So draw the characters without the reference and then try to see what you can actually improve on. So, yeah. Let's go to our next character on the list. So the next character is SpongeBob SquarePants. And if you know SpongeBob, you fair and well know that he is a square. I think that's pretty obvious. Everyone knows that SpongeBob is actually a square. So I'm just gonna block in the shapes. Again, it's a little bit hard for me to do this. And if you know SpongeBob also, you would know that he has sort of like a spongy, rigid shape around him. So it's sort of like this. I'm not sure if I'm doing it the SpongeBob way, but you know, it's kind of cool. Just gonna erase that part a bit. And we're going to find his eyes, which is like this. This is SpongeBob's right 8, mate. And his, again, his nose looks a little bit weird, but I'm gonna take it. And then this, and we can't forget his atrocious smile. This is kind of weird, actually. He has some sort of like this in his face. You know what? Let's just make him happy. Like both of his hand is like going off the side. And when I'm doing this, I'm actually keeping in mind how the actual structure is actually looking like. So I'm going to do it in the other side as well. Again, same thing with this one. And, just keeping the overall shape together. And I haven't really watched SpongeBob in a while, so I'm not sure how his tie actually looks. So, but I do know that there are two sort of stripes here. And his legs is sort of like a cylinder sort of thing. So, yeah. Here's another one of his legs. We're gonna expand this part. And, trying to keep it very loose. Now I'm going to actually use the pencil. I hope that I'm doing it correctly, like this. I'm gonna darken in the most essential areas that need to be darkened. And the good thing about a colored pencil, using a colored pencil instead of using an ink, is that it's very sketch-like. And I almost forgot SpongeBob had holes. Not that kind of holes. It had some holes around its body. So let's just drop it in with the whole body. And just keeping it very loose and sketchy. Kind of make it look like, and it has some sort of this. And I'm going to basically do the exact same thing around the SpongeBob. I hope this is how SpongeBob looks, because I haven't really watched SpongeBob in like ages. I should probably watch SpongeBob. So yeah, this is our SpongeBob looking thing. So I'm just gonna write SpongeBob. And we're going to actually look at this image and compare it to the image we found online. Alright, so the SpongeBob image is right here, and looking at my image right here, I think I might have gotten some things right, like the whole silhouette and everything, but this white place right here, I did not get that right. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep in mind next time I draw SpongeBob to actually keep that. Also, the mouth, the eyes are a little bit further up instead of being down, so yeah. And, most of the things are correct, so I guess, SpongeBob is the same, but mostly. So yeah, this one is actually correct. So let's begin our next character. And guess what character this is? It's Chubby. And it's from the same universe as SpongeBob. Alright, so our next character is Patrick Star. I told you it was going to be the same universe as SpongeBob. So Patrick has a very whale look to it. First things you actually want to know when you're actually drawing Patrick is that his stomach is a circle. I'm going to draw it a bit farther away from SpongeBob in order not to interfere with it. So now that you've got your circle, you're going to divide it. And you're basically going to see this part. It's a big image. And you're going to actually do like this. And, just like this. Patrick is a very easy character to actually draw, so might be more accurate than SpongeBob over here. And his head, it looks like a pine cone, if that makes any sense. He's got two big things, and the thing about the Patrick, if you guys didn't know, is that he has one teeth, and he doesn't even smile. Like, he doesn't have a nose or anything. Another thing is that there are dots over his bodies, because he's a starfish. And here you can actually see some sort of patterns right here. And let's just draw black borders around Patrick to make sure that the most essential black parts are out. And like this, this, and Patrick has some sort of thing right here. It's like the belly button. Patrick fans would know. Okay, very well. And the eyes as well. And yeah, that's my Patrick. And yeah, that's how Patrick looks to me. Let's take a look at how he actually looks by taking an image of him. Alright, so here's a picture of Patrick. Compared to my image, I can actually see that Patrick, I think I might have overestimated his head. His head needs to be a little bit sharper, so let's make pencil. So what I actually need to do was make it a lot more sharper on the head. And you can actually see that Patrick actually has some sort of tongue right here, which I did not draw here. Also with the fact that this part needs to be a little bit blacker, because we're drawing in black and white, so that makes a lot of sense. And you know, most of the things I actually drew really good in Patrick, so I don't think we do need to change some things, but yeah, it's better to keep in mind that. Yeah, that's Patrick. Yeah, better put it like that. Alright guys, that's what I have for this video. And before I leave, let me know in the comment if you want more of this videos, because I do have a lot of fun making this drawings, and I want to make more. I want to make more of comics, and I want to actually share my ideas and stuff. So we have 3 characters again: Snoopy, SpongeBob, SquarePants, and Patrick. Now, what I want to actually say is that there is a homework. So your homework for today is to take 3 cartoon characters and try to replicate them. Try to look at the image for a few seconds, then close the app or whatever you're doing. Throw your phone out the window. Don't do that, by the way, that's illegal. And try to draw that character in any form of shape or form. The most important thing is that you need to actually look out for the things, like for example, SpongeBob is made out of square, and this is made out of this, and this like that. And try to recreate exactly what you saw in the image, and this is going to help you to master seeing. As artists, we have to see things the way they are. So this is a very good way to actually, you know, practice this. And you can actually do this for your own comic characters or animation character, whatever you're doing. Basically, take your character, look for it for a few seconds, and then try to draw it without your reference. And this is going to help you to actually be able to visualize that thing without the reference. So, for example, if you don't have your phone, or you're somewhere that doesn't have internet and you want to access that specific image, you can basically visualize it. And yeah, that's what I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching My Imagine Comics Entertainment or Studios. And I will actually be starting to post on Instagram more, so make sure to follow me there for more art and animation tips, or you know, gaming tips if you're interested in that. And yeah, I had a lot of fun in this video, and I'll see you in the next My Imagine Comics episode-ish thing. So yeah, see you later.